Alright, hello, welcome back to the Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video here. So, we'll be continuing on with some more showcases for Namek Goku here. Now, this is the sort of Saiyan Saga fight from Vegeta's story, so we are going to be going against. This fight is a bit shorter, but when the initial batch dropped, these sort of, at least for me, the Vegeta story, Saiyan Saga, and the Goku story, Namek Saga, were the toughest ones to me. So that's what I've been sort of using. Now, I do want to try him in the part two content. Has dropped, but I got to get this recorded, and then just jump directly into that. So, um, that's what we're gonna do. I do think some of that content could be interesting to see him in. As of right now, I don't see what all the hate was for or whatever for this character. Um, through my testing so far, I jumped into the Goku Frieza fight a decent a bit, and it seemed to me that once you got to, of course, I never got to that point because that fight is shorter. Uh, but once you get 9 supers with him, he can tank in slot one with the guard worn off, obviously. That will not tank, but he'll live. The 5 point, you know, 5,250,000, whatever the super is, the boosted super from them. And by the time you get to like 12 supers, he does the just like double digit tank that. Which means at that point he'd also be really good against like a 6, 7 some odd mil super. Like he's really good. He's really fun. So we're just gonna jump back in and see if we can't get some more good looks from him. Oh no, come on. So the thing with this is this fight is on the shorter side. So getting him in the second rotation is a bit unfortunate. Maybe I shouldn't have brought Vegito. Because Vegito's, counters are gonna... well, is what it is, I guess. I can hold back on his key. And I'll hold back with these guys too. That way we can do a little bit less damage. I give him a bit more room to sort of be able to stack in. I don't know, like this... He feels like, I mean, at the end of the day, right? Everyone, literally everyone, like including, me, right, can hate a character. What really matters is the person, like, listening, whatever, like the character. Oh, no, that's not good. Fuck. Oh, nope, we're good. We're chilling, we live. Yeah, so, like, at the end of the day, I do think it's important to try these characters out for yourself, make your own opinions of them and whatever. Because what really matters to you is your experience, right? I mean, take a character like Rudigarn, right? 90% dodge. People hate him because he never dodges it. Really unlucky stuff, but it happens, right? So far, through my experience of Super Int and Embo, he, like, I understand that 90% dodge, 70% dodge is really, really good. That doesn't change. Wait, hold on.
Guess it's my turn.
Understanding an ability is good, doesn't change how it performs for you. That guy does not dodge for me whatsoever so far. It's pretty unlucky, but at some point it's like, how unlucky can you be until it's so consistent that it's not even worth calling unlucky, right? But that being said, I do, like, there is such a thing as like objective truths, right? Namek Goku is not number one, right? That is objectively true. I do think he's like top 15, top 20, which is really all I would have wanted from him. So maybe I just had different expectations for the character. If you wanted to make him better, it'd literally be like I really don't understand why they did this in the first place. I still think he's really good with it, but like, why did he go from 159% to 200% start of turn stats? He got a 41% start of turn stats. That's it. That's it. Like, isn't that pretty, like, what? Right? A little, more than a little odd, actually. Fuck that. It's like, kind of a baffling decision to only go at 41%. I guess I don't know. I guess I don't pay close enough attention to how much they boost these characters' stats by, but I feel like consistently it's a huge portion more than that. And for a Dokkan Fest EZA, Dokkan Fest LR, EZA, excuse me. I mean, he's not an anniversary unit, but as a worldwide unit, like, we couldn't have just given him, you know, go from 159% to 259%. Like, that'd be all I think this character would need, if anything. Just an extra 59% to attack and defense. He's still really good without it. Because the thing is, the team I've sort of been running him on here, I mean, he is really good here, but like, there's no support here. He's not on Earth protecting heroes, so he's not getting that sort of Goku Vegeta unit support. I guess to be fair, he can get support from AGL Super Vegito, but that's either 20% or 30%, and only when he's on the turn, right? So, I don't know. He's really fun. He's really good for me. We'll do that. I imagine we should kill by the AGLUI, you know. I don't want to get caught though. Yeah, I don't know. This guy's counters are so fun. I'm so glad we're in a counter meta again. It's like, I have been playing this game since like a little bit before the year 3 anniversary on global. Well, a little bit before. I mean, the global anniversary is in, what is it, June, July? So it's actually, goddamn. I think I've been playing a bit more longer than I thought I have, now that I think about it. So I started this account in like late fall, the year prior. I forget what year that is. But late fall-ish, the year prior. I don't think I really started to get into it until, you know, like spring or something, that year. But essentially, I've had this account for quite a bit. And when I was really getting into the game, that's like at the tail end of the sort of counter meta. I mean, of course, I experienced characters like EZA, Physical Vegito Blue, right? But they went pretty soft on AGL Super Vegito's EZA. They stopped doing Vegito units, which was 99% of the counter characters. And then they gave it to like a Heroes unit. I think like a free-to-play character has a counter. The Rage Vegeta from the Beerus movie, the God, Battle Gods, whatever movie. He has counters, but they, you know, he was like a banner unit level character, right? He wasn't given a good ECA. Obviously during 8th anniversary, Physical Super Vegito. Was it 8 or was it 7? Either way, no, I think it was 7. Either way. He did not get a good ECA.
This energy. Could it be Vegeta? Yes! I knew it was you. Kakarot.
AGL Super Vegito did not get a good EZA. I really like a Super EZA, but his EZA literally just gave him like a little extra stats, and it's like, here, you get a Scouter and 40% HP, have fun. Like, oh, cool, I guess. they gave him nothing at all. They did not want him to be good, unfortunately. I think I'll make both of these into Vegetas right now to sort of do a little less damage. And we're not going to use the active either, because it just does normals at this stage of the fight. I can use the actives later on, but this will make us do a little bit less damage now too. Let's do that. Like, I just... Ooh, a bit more than I thought it would there. I mean, mine is 55% to be fair. That is the thing with the Vegeta character. If you do plan on going into Vegito, the sort of first turn of Vegeta, you know, you're obviously not using the active skill. So you can take a decent bit of damage before he attacks, but after he attacks, you know, he's pretty tanky. But it's just... I feel like... I could be wrong here, but I feel like a lot of people are just a bit... I think Dokkan's been handling things a bit poorly. Like, why did we have the details for Buhan and Vegito like 9 days before they came out? It feels a little silly. I feel like that's a reason for why a lot of sort of hate campaigned against Vegito. And then, you know, we go into, you know, the actual part 1 headline is dropping. And, like, Vegeta just sucks. Miserable. I feel like there's just been a lot of negativity brewing because of stuff like that. So when people are seeing stuff they slightly don't like, it's a big overreaction. 3 supers, 862,000. Like, this character, and we're not fully built up. We got, what, like 1 or 2 hits? He's just too good. He's too fun. And how he works, so, in slot 2 at least, his first turn he can do 3 supers, second turn 4, third turn 3, fourth turn 4, just 3, 4, 3, 4, 3, 4. So, I mean, you can get a decent bit of stacks from keeping them in slot 2. Now for me, how I have sort of seen the most value from this unit, what you do is you wait until the guard, so the turn the guard wears out, right? Keep him in slot 2 the next turn after, and then you slot 1 in, right? So, I mean, at that point, you should have more than enough stacks to be able to sit in slot 1. I guess I could be wrong, because I don't know what the part 2 fights are like. But you should, more or less, have a decent bit of defense to be able to do that. Especially because, once again, no support from this. What? No way. Wait, so we haven't even been hit at all. Never mind. Wait, what? Wait, no, we have. Wait. Oh, no. You know what? This is, Damn, I didn't realize. No, this is turn 6. Goddamn. Okay. Oh, I gotta... Oof. I didn't realize It's still... So... I don't know if I can really show this. But, how I know there's different ways to record, right? But how I record these sort of, like, gameplay, I can see, like, it doesn't appear in the video itself, but I can actually see how long the recording's been going for. And conveniently, where Dokkan 2 put the turn count is literally, like, right under the numbers. So I thought we were on turn 4 still. I'm not going to lie. But no, we're on turn 7, I can see. Hey, sometimes you get to talking too much. It doesn't sound right if you that doesn't make sense if you don't record. It's like, wow, how do you lose track of what's actually happening if you're talking about what's happening? It sounds weird, right? It really does, but you just get to, like, yapping away, and then suddenly, poof. You know, it is what it is. are in super territory now. So how I would run Namek Goku, by the way, is this next turn still. I would keep him in slot 2. And then from that point on. Now see, I don't think we'll be able to do this in this fight, but something like the Namek fight, we will be able to do it. From that point on, then we put him in slot 1. So we only have 5 supers here. And that's another thing. We had 3 supers, I was like, oh. But no, we only have 5 supers, so that does also play a pretty big consideration. We are fully stacked on our passive defense, though. So nearly 1.4. Could be better. Could be worse. He does not get the best look here. I guess we must have killed one of the bosses before he got a chance to really do his thing. Which is unfortunate, obviously. That doesn't... Wait, what? Wait, that does that much damage? I did not realize that. Okay, well... B... let's jump back in. Beast just took 1,000,000 damage from that, god damn. I guess, to be fair, his sort of, like, intro was worn off at that point, right? Pretty unfortunate. No, Namek Goku's in... God damn it. The game is trolling me. Come on, give him... Turn 1. God damn it. That's definitely unfortunate. Nothing I could really do about it, though. But, yeah. Hopefully we'll be able to get some more stacks here, but starting on end slot 7, it's just, like, really doomed. So, I mean, obviously with, like, Beast dying there, that's not a scenario that even... That's not a scenario Goku would win. Now, to be fair, I don't... I should probably look into this, honestly. I don't remember... I did see it during Worldwide. But I don't remember how the boss crits work. It's something about reducing defense by a certain amount, but not entirely, I think. I forget the exact specifics. So, I mean, that also plays into how much damage we're going to take. If I don't understand how the ability works, I can't really, quote-unquote, defend against it. Like, choose... What I mean is, like, choose when I should probably use, like, an active or something, right? Okay, so, I mean, we're not going to get the most out of Namek Goku here, unfortunately. I honestly probably should have just, like, restarted the fight. But it is what it is, right? I don't know, I've been having so much fun with him. To me, like, he is... Like, when the details dropped, I was like, oh my god, this is exactly what I wanted. And then I looked at him first, and like the same sort of thing for Frieza, and I just... I don't know. I feel like, you know, it is unfortunate. But Dokkan very clearly does not value the worldwide EZAs as much as other characters. Like, when was the last one that was really dominant? Wasn't Gogeta technically like a worldwide character? Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. He got a really, really good EZA, I think. Considering the time he EZA'd during. Which is the 7th anniversary. But I just... Like... Consistently, I don't think these characters get that strong of EZAs. which I don't think people just really accounted for. They have their expectations too high. They were thinking like top 5 overall. When Dokkan has been very clear that they don't value. I mean, it sucks. They really shouldn't be like this, and maybe going forward they won't. Considering that, roughly speaking, they could, if they wanted to, they could use the worldwide celebration as a celebration of Global's anniversary going forward, or maybe just a celebration of like the sync. We call it the worldwide synchronization celebration or some shit like that. Right? But essentially, I mean, you take a look at like Goku and Tech Frieza, right? That was probably the first worldwide where I was like actually playing. They didn't get that good of an EZA. They aged out in months. You take a look at Gohan and Cell. Didn't get that good of an EZA. Well, actually, let me rephrase. They got a really, really good EZA that aged out the fastest of anyone. I mean, they aged out very quickly, right? Am I remembering that correctly? I feel like that would have been the 8th year anniversary year. I feel like they aged out pretty quickly, but I'm also... I don't remember the 8th anniversary power creep being too huge. But you know what it was? Was it like the AoE meta that just kind of destroyed them? I don't know entirely. But I don't remember them lasting very long. Maybe I'm misremembering that. But those guys were definitely like top 10 level when they dropped. But then we take a look at like the Super Vegeta and Buhan, right? They were both like good. They were both good on EZA. Buhan got better throughout the year. Vegeta got worse throughout the year. But they weren't like spectacular, right? They were good. Pretty good, whatever you want to call it. I feel like just consistent, taking a look at the past. Dokkan is not the most favorable of these characters on the EZA, unfortunately. But, well, what are we supposed to do about it? It is what it is. They... Even, like, the thing is there also, top 15, top 20 is not what, even, like, top 10 was. Years back. I mean, you take a look at, like, the 7th anniversary meta, for example. I mean, you're at a top 10 list, right? But, like, only the top, like, 4, 5 characters were actually good. Everyone else sucked. Half of the top 10 would suck ass. Like, that's the kind of situation we'd be talking about in the past. That's why the top 10 is, like, really important for, like, measuring or whatever. Only 2 supers. That's why it was, like, really important, because you could only... Like, not everyone in the top 10 was, like, really viable. Unfortunately. Like, I think, the Tech Gogeta was still in people's top 10s. In the Red Zone meta. And he, like, sucked in those fights. But it was just because, like, everyone sucked. And he was, like, from Tanabata, so... The, 2021. I don't know, I feel like... Now, me personally, I haven't done, like, a sort of, top, etc. list. Maybe I will at some point. But, I just don't think it's fair, currently, for me to be able to. Considering... I don't... have the, I haven't tested thoroughly all of the characters. Now, I don't really care about, say, if this character's 55% or not. It doesn't really matter to me. But for, like, a top, 15 or whatever for me, I don't even think like, something like the Super Saiyan Trio I don't have. I really hate Broly's design. It's definitely up there, right? you know, I don't have the new Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? There's just several, like, little missing pieces like that, where it's like, can I really make this fairly and accurately? And I don't think the answer is correct, or true, or whatever, at the time being, so I just don't do it. But that being said, I definitely do think there would be more value in the people who can do them, to do, like, a top 15, maybe top 20. I feel like that sort of information is a lot more valuable than just doing a top 10, because, you know, you could have honorable mentions of like 10 characters for like the 10th slot or something. Like, there's just so many good characters in the game right now, is the overall point I'm getting at, that I don't care if he's like top 15, you know, Namek Goku. Or, you know, if you want to be slightly harsher, you know, top 20. It doesn't really matter to me, as long as he's like really good, which, you know, really good, whatever, which I do think he is. Now this fight, I haven't been able to get the best look out of him so far, unfortunately, due to, you know, opening rotation RNG and killing the boss too fast and such. This, like I said at the beginning, this is definitely a shorter fight, comparatively, at least to the Namek Goku fight. Well, not the Namek Goku fight, but the Namek Goku story fight. I guess it's Saga. Point being, alright, we're gonna go into that one after we finish this up. I do think that should be pretty telling of how good he'll be, but I guess I don't know yet. Cause, I mean, that's like a 5-phase fight. And, you know, it's decently tanky throughout it. I do think we're gonna get to the point where we're gonna have a good, you know, 12, 15 some odd supers in there. I guess we'll see, but I mean, I do think it's definitely possible. As long as I avoid using, like Vegeta, right? The transformation, whatever. I think we should be more than capable of really getting a good showing from him in there. But, what are we at now? Because this should be like boss super, right? No. Hold on. Hidden potential. Okay, now. Normal. Alright, we're probably going to be in super territory next turn, but we're not just yet. We got 6 supers now. Nearly 1.3. Like, he stacks up pretty quickly, overall, because the 50% damage reduction really does just make a big... It is... Like, once... So... I mean, turn 7 here. Well, we only got him to appear on turn 3, so turn 3, turn 5, turn 7. He does still have his guard this turn, right? I would say that, like, overall, maybe you could have, like, a scary turn, running him in slot 2, when the guard wears out, because you only have 20% damage reduction. But I do think it is important, or at least worthwhile, to take that risk. Because if you get, you know, the 12 or whatever supers, at least in the current landscape as far as I see it, he should be able to live, I wouldn't say tank, but live, like any sort of super that's thrown in there. And I do think that getting 12 supers by the end of his 4th appearance is pretty viable. I mean, you can get 4 supers 2 of those turns, and you can get 3 2 of those turns. So, I mean, technically you can get a max of 14. Obviously, probably not going to work out that way, but you can. Okay, so, normal, unfortunately. We got 2 supers, so we're at 7 now. Next turn, I will, throw him in slot 1, I think. Well, see, I feel like we'd be setting him up, because, you know, he's starting out in turn 3. He hasn't gotten a big chance to stack, and this guy's going to be doing a super now. I'm going to use Beast active so he lives.
Is that all you've got?
Okay. Can I? No, I don't think I'll kill here, but it's gonna be very close. Yeah, I don't. So we're not gonna get to really see Namek Goku shine here. He's not meant for shorter fights. I mean, I've gotten use out of him in like the new formidable foe sort of event. But obviously, once again, he's not meant for those whatsoever. Which, that's fine. I don't necessarily have a problem with that. Just gotta use him in longer content. Which, I mean, I do think that there's a decent chance we could see by like part 3 some 15-turn content or some shit. I mean, I definitely need to clear all the part 2 stuff before stomping my foot down and saying it's happening. Right, but I do think they want to make them harder, and clearly with at least the Red Sun stages, the approach they've gone about is making them longer. Even the Supreme Magnificent Battle is like a longer sort of, they're longer sort of fights than they have been. It's just that it's like not tanky, because it's very clearly meant for new players. So to give them a form of like new content, which is fine. I don't have a problem with that. When we have like 15 other challenging events, it's not like, where's my hard content? Like, it's chill. I understand. I know some people will be like that. Like something like the Legendary Frieza event. That's something that it's like, okay, did we really need to make this oriented for new players? But when we're in 10th anniversary and there's 50 other hard content fights dropping, it really doesn't matter all that much to me, to be honest. Okay, so Namek Goku, we have 8 stacks, nearly 2 million defense. The guard is worn out at this point. Unfortunately, I do think that he would die if he gets supered. Is the thing. I don't know how much damage this guy does. We'd essentially, I mean, we're all nearly at 2 mil, right? So a 4 mil super, we could double-digit tank. If it was a 5 mil super, we'd live that. I don't know what this guy does. I'm gonna try it. We very well could just die here. And that's not to make Namek Goku look bad. I'm curious. By the way, this is no support, so. $966,000. Okay. So he took the same damage as Beast did.
This fight's not over yet. Vegeta at 17. And all the others gave everything they had so I could keep going. If I quit now, I'll betray that trust. And I refuse to let all of them down.
Mind you, it is fair to note my Beast is 55%. But he did take the same damage as Beast. And that's, that being said, taking the same damage as Beast, that was only 3 turns of stacking. We didn't say like a 4th turn of stacking. With 4 supers, I think he would live there. I'm sure of it. He would live that. I don't know what the crit really does, to be fair, but he definitely lived that scenario. So yeah, consistently what I've been seeing is in these shorter fights, he's done good, but he definitely doesn't have enough length to really spread his wings. So I really want to see what he's going to be looking like in this Namek fight. I am really curious. But I feel like that's decent enough showing here. I mean, Namek Goku doesn't do the most damage. I haven't really been calling out his attack stats because it's like, he's doing these like 20 mils into 15 mils, or whatever the hell, right? 22 mil, something like that. Which sounds crazy. It's like, that's so low damage. Like, if you tell that to someone at the start of like 9th anniversary, right? Like, holy shit, EGL Broly does a 22 mil into 417 mils. It's like, oh my god, he's crazy. And people don't realize just how much they jumped the with the Tanabata stuff. Like, it was sort of like shadow, like in the shadows, because people didn't really realize it, but they just dramatically increased the damage that our characters do, just like overnight practically, because of that like Goku Frieza fight dropping. So now, I mean, we have, like Tech Vegeta, who's gonna drop like a 30 mil into like a 22 mil, and then start off with a 6 mil counter, end with a 10 mil counter, which by the way, those are 3x, so actually like an 18 mil counter up to like 30 mil counter. The way they've designed, it's just so crazy. But that'll do it for this one. I feel he looked pretty decent, I'd say, here, but he definitely needs more length to spread his wings. We'll see if we can't get that in the Namek fight. But while in this here, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Take care.